Beyond the usual natural challenges, an unseen menace has plagued Texas for nearly 2 decades: wild hogs. They've been devastating agricultural land, leading to incredible losses. At the same time, these and other invasive species are tearing up the terrain, spreading disease, and jeopardizing the survival of countless native Texan plants and animals. Drop a 1 in the comments if you want to join us for today's crucial hunt. Wild hogs are a nightmare for the U.S., breeding incredibly fast and being tough to eliminate, making them one of the nation's most damaging invasive species. They absolutely demolish crops, throw entire ecosystems out of balance, and seriously threaten our farms and native wildlife. Classic control tactics like traps, fences, or even standard ground hunting are quickly becoming obsolete. They just can't keep pace with how fast these hogs are spreading and their populations exploding. Wild hogs have inflicted a staggering $275 million in damages across Texas over the last 2 decades. With annual losses now surging 50% higher than in 2024, this escalating crisis demands bolder and more effective solutions from authorities and residents alike. Ever pictured yourself hunting wild hogs from a helicopter over Texas? What once sounded like something straight out of an action flick is now an everyday occurrence across the rural South. Helicopter hog hunting, a tactic that fuses advanced aerial capabilities with sharpshooting prowess, is quickly becoming a go-to solution for professional wildlife managers and large ranch operations alike. Piloted by seasoned pros, these modern helicopters can scream across the landscape at speeds up to 160 miles per hour, hugging the terrain. They're kitted out with advanced tech like infrared camera systems, low-range radar, and night vision goggles, enabling operators to quickly pinpoint and track targets, even in pitch-dark conditions or through dense, tricky forest cover. But these choppers do more than just spot targets. They're armed with serious firepower. Typically AR-15 or AR-10 semi-automatic rifles, often paired with holographic sights for pinpoint accuracy, even at long range. In mere minutes, a helicopter can survey over 300,000 acres of farmland and dense forest prime territory, where wild hogs hide and multiply. One clean shot from above can take down a mature hog, instantly helping to relieve the immense pressure on these invaded lands. The go-to helicopter for these hunts is often the Bell 206 Jet Ranger, a civilian chopper valued for its impressive agility speed, steady performance flying low, and its adaptability for extra hunting equipment. You'll also see companies using the Hughes 500 or Robinson R44. These are more compact, fuel-sipping models that can still comfortably handle 2 hunters and all the gear needed for a multi-hour operation. Helicopter hog hunting in Texas isn't cheap, but it's an absolutely epic experience. Costs generally run from $500 to $5,000. depending on the package, with extras like advanced optics or specialized firearm setups bumping up the price. It's a steep investment for sure, but picture yourself soaring over rugged terrain, geared up and ready to take down invasive species with pinpoint accuracy. It's a thrilling, high-speed adventure where every single shot counts. Would you shell out for an experience like this? Drop a 2 in the comments if you're in, or a 5 if not. While Texas allows helicopter hog hunting as a wildlife control measure, it's definitely not an unregulated free-for-all. Hunters absolutely must have valid licenses and get explicit approval from private landowners before conducting these hunts. This system ensures that hunting activities respect property rights and strictly adhere to state wildlife management laws. Unlike hunting for sport or trophies, helicopter hog hunting is strictly about rapid population control to limit serious agricultural and environmental damage. This means hunters involved must operate with total professionalism and humanity, always prioritizing quick, clean kills to prevent unnecessary suffering. It demands exceptional skill-sharp awareness and a strong ethical compass from the shooter. A bad shot doesn't just inflict needless harm on the animal, it can also create real dangers for the crew and the surrounding area. From takeoff to touchdown, the entire operation is tightly managed with seamless coordination between ground coordinators, the pilot, and the hunters aboard. Weather, terrain, flight paths, target areas, and emergency response plans are all meticulously mapped out to ensure every trip is not just effective, but completely safe. However, that doesn't mean you can skimp on your own preparation. Proper clothing and protective gear are absolutely crucial in this environment, as high flight speeds, powerful rotor wash, air turbulence, and unpredictable hunting conditions can be incredibly demanding both physically and mentally. You'll need to wear tough, snug-fitting clothing, high-top non-slip boots, and gloves. Eye protection and a helmet are absolutely mandatory to shield you from flying debris, dust, or impacts during any emergency. Your professional operator will provide detailed advice on clothing gear and may even run you through pre-trip simulations. Be proactive, ask plenty of questions, and prepare thoroughly, because when you're hunting from the air, solid preparation is your lifeline. Tough call, hogs wrecking crops or those spreading disease. Which do you target first? It's just the start of what's shaping up to be a challenging 2025 hunting season. We'll tackle all your questions in part 2 of this episode, so be sure to drop them in the comments below. And hey, if you support what we do, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Red foxes are becoming a serious headache for agriculture, especially up in Alaska. Nationwide, the U.S. red fox population is now estimated to be over 1.2 million. According to the latest USDA report, they're most heavily concentrated in rural areas across the Midwest and Northeast. Want to learn more about these crafty critters? Drop a 1 in the comments below. Red foxes are hitting poultry farms hard. For instance, one farm up in Alaska lost over 3,000 chickens in a single month, with attacks typically happening right after sunset. These foxes are most active around dawn and dusk, targeting vulnerable poultry like chickens' eggs and other birds not secured in protective coops. So what's the game plan for Alaskan hunters and farmers to control these large fox populations, causing such devastating agricultural damage? Bow hunting is a common method for controlling their population. Legally, though, hunters need a valid license and the proper government-issued tags. For red fox hunting, the two go-to choices are recurve and compound bows. Compound bows can manage heavy draw weights effectively due to their let-off systems. Recurve bows easily identified by their tips. Curving away from the archer are also popular, storing and releasing energy more efficiently than simpler traditional longbows. This efficiency means the arrow flies faster and hits with greater force. On top of that compound, bows use an advanced system of cams and cables, setting them apart from traditional bows. This mechanism creates what's known as let-off, allowing the archer to hold at full draw with significantly less effort, which drastically reduces hand strain. This lower holding weight not only makes aiming more comfortable, but also helps the shooter maintain focus and stability longer, seriously boosting their accuracy. A key advantage of bow hunting red fox is its silent operation compared to firearms. However, bows do have their limits. Harsh weather, especially strong winds, can seriously affect an arrow's flight and accuracy. Plus, even in ideal conditions, a bow's effective range typically maxes out around 120 yards. Regardless of whether you're using a bow or firearm, hunters need a valid license, and if firearms are involved, this often includes certification of completing a firearms safety course and knowledge of wildlife hunting laws. To bow hunt, you generally need to be at least 18 years old and pass a bow hunting skills test administered by the local wildlife agency. Each season, there's a specific limit on how many foxes hunters can harvest, which depends on the area and the current status of the local fox population. In some instances, hunters might even receive a $500 subsidy to help offset hunting costs. So what's your take? Do you think bow hunting is effective? Drop a 2 in the comments if yes, or a 5 if no.
Looking good. It's a good fox. Much like my favorite cat.
Hunting red foxes at night presents unique challenges requiring hunters to strictly follow safety and environmental regulations. Key considerations include using lighting responsibly to avoid disturbing other wildlife and minimizing any noise that could affect nearby residential areas. The government has clearly designated hunting zones in suburban areas and prohibits hunting close to homes to prevent any negative impacts.
G'day, mate.
Red fox hunting isn't widely popular, mainly due to concerns about its environmental impact and the high skill level required. However, the Wildlife Management Association credits this practice with significantly helping to reduce the red fox population from 1.2 million to 900,000 over the past 5 years. To maintain this balance, it's vital for people to actively participate in wildlife management programs, follow all hunting regulations, and protect the environment. Still, some oppose using firearms for red fox hunting, citing humane concerns and safety risks like causing unnecessary animal suffering or endangering hunters.
Oi.
They often back humane alternatives like fencing or relocation, but using fences to deter foxes isn't usually a go-to solution. It's expensive and not foolproof, as crafty foxes can often climb right over them to get into residential areas. Got any questions about how to deal with red foxes? Let us know in the comments. And if you found this helpful, please smash that like button and subscribe to support our channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video. African elephants, particularly those roaming South Africa, are truly majestic symbols of the continent's ecosystem, renowned for their enormous size and incredible strength. These giants typically inhabit the vast savannas and dense forests of South Africa, playing a vital role in maintaining environmental balance. With their signature large ears and long tusks, these elephants not only easily find food and water, but also communicate with each other using a fascinating repertoire of distinct sounds. Want to dive deeper into the world of these magnificent creatures? If so, just drop the number 1 in the comments below. Traveling in herds, these elephants display complex social bonds and take great care of each other, especially their young. Their very presence in the South African ecosystem helps boost biodiversity. By creating clearings, they allow new plant species to flourish and actively reshape their habitats. However, these magnificent animals face serious threats like habitat loss and poaching, making conservation efforts incredibly urgent to protect the rich biodiversity of the region. In some key African ecosystems, elephant populations are estimated around 13,000, typically concentrated in vast reserves where they live in large herds. Understanding the distribution and habits of these elephants is crucial for creating a compelling documentary, providing detailed insights into their impact and interactions in these regions. Join us as we explore the significant challenges posed by elephants and learn effective strategies for managing these giants. Across the United States, elephants are causing significant agricultural damage, with financial losses hitting approximately $16 million each year. These majestic creatures, while truly a spectacular sight, pose a serious threat to farming communities. Crops like corn, wheat, and various fruits are particularly vulnerable when elephants encroach on farmland. This widespread destruction not only disrupts local economies, but also jeopardizes the livelihoods of millions of farmers who depend on these crops for their income. When elephants are on the move, it can cause major traffic headaches and long, frustrating backups. These massive animals might suddenly appear on roads, catching drivers completely by surprise and significantly upping the risk of accidents. Their presence doesn't just unnerve drivers, it poses a serious danger to human lives. At the same time, the elephants themselves face the tragic risk of severe injury or even death from collisions with vehicles. To address the growing elephant population in the United States, authorities are considering various measures, including the use of firearms, to help manage their numbers. The requirements for firearm permits are strictly enforced, ensuring only qualified individuals who've completed thorough training and extensive background checks are authorized to use firearms in elephant management. This approach seeks to balance the urgent need to protect human lives and property with the critical responsibility of using firearms safely and ethically. Using firearms to manage elephant populations in the United States offers significant advantages, especially when it comes to precision and efficiency. Modern firearms are engineered for accurate long-distance shooting, a crucial capability when operating in the vast and rugged terrains these elephants inhabit. This high accuracy allows operators to target specific animals without disturbing the entire herd, which reduces stress on the population and improves the overall success of the management effort. Using firearms can help quickly reduce immediate threats to people and property by allowing for the swift removal of aggressive elephants or those venturing too close. However, this method isn't without serious drawbacks, raising significant ethical and animal welfare concerns. Now, a question for you: would elephant hunting be an experience you'd enjoy? If yes, drop a 1 in the comments. If not, leave a 5. Elephants are incredibly intelligent and social animals, so hunting them often ignites intense ethical debates and draws strong criticism from animal rights groups. Moreover, when hunting occurs in densely populated or agricultural areas, there's a significant risk of unintentionally harming other wildlife, livestock, or even people. Furthermore, relying heavily on firearms can escalate conflicts, potentially making elephants more aggressive and creating a vicious cycle of violence that complicates long-term management. So, while guns may offer a quick solution for immediate threats, the broader consequences underscore the critical need to develop more humane and sustainable methods for managing elephant populations.
There we go.
Ultimately, it's crucial to develop strategies that not only minimize damage caused by elephants, but also ensure their welfare, paving the way for sustainable coexistence between humans and these animals. If you have ideas for more effective and humane ways to protect these majestic creatures, please share them in the comments below. Thanks for watching our video. Don't forget to subscribe for more exciting and informative content. Your opinions and support truly mean a lot to us.
What was that?
What just happened?
Hi everyone. On the morning of August 17, 2019 in Canada,
Residents were both shocked and amazed by an unusual invasion of invasive monkeys from a nearby forest. They had suddenly descended upon the city and stirred up serious trouble for the locals. The proprietor of a downtown grocery store calmly reported that at about 7 a.m., a troop of 30 to 50 monkeys scaled rooftops, leaped between buildings, and sneaked into shops seeking some food. Many residents said they were forced to bolt their doors and stay inside to avoid harassment by these primates. This occurrence disrupted city life and caused a 30% surge in environmental pollution. Local officials convened an emergency meeting to determine solutions for handling this unexpected problem. On the same day along major roads, 10,000 baboons swarmed vehicles, leading to several hours of traffic jams. Many parked cars became their targets as the primates rummaged through the belongings inside. Vehicle owners tried to chase them away, but were met with aggressive attacks by the monkeys. Fortunately, no one was harmed. Due to limited food sources in their natural habitat and a lack of support for the large baboon population, the animals had ventured into urban areas. Given the extensive damage inflicted by invasive creatures, the Canadian government has officially organized hunting efforts to alleviate this havoc. The peak hunting season in Canada falls in late summer and early autumn. From August to October, licensed hunters are granted permission to regulate the populations of invasive monkeys and baboons.
That's how you do it.
This marks the period when invasive species management efforts reach their peak to curtail their numbers and limit the destruction they inflict upon both urban and natural landscapes. As they advance deeper into forested areas, the terrain grows increasingly treacherous. The ground is often sandy, forcing vehicles to move slowly, carefully to prevent slipping. This episode stands as a valuable lesson for hunters, showing that, despite the obstacles, controlling invasive species remains a vital endeavor. Even when contending with difficult terrain, they stay resolute and committed in their pursuit of managing these invasive monkeys. The hunt spanned roughly 1.2 million acres in Canada, where the primary weapon is the 31.5-inch impact rifle loaded with 40-grain javelin pellets from FX airguns. This rifle is famed for its pinpoint accuracy and rapid rate of fire, making it ideal for targeting nimble primates in rugged mountainous forests. Outfitted with a reflex suppressor system, it ensures minimal pellet noise, preserving stealth and preventing the monkeys from being spooked. By integrating advanced technology into modern hunting strategies, The 5x3 prismatic scope significantly boosts observational capabilities, enabling hunters to scan broad areas and accurately spot targets for swift, precise shots, particularly effective against marauding baboons. Due to the adaptability and intelligence of these primates, they often emerge suddenly, so the safe shooting distance typically remains within around 250 feet. The use of modern rifles and specialized equipment allows skilled hunters to respond promptly and effectively to various hunting scenarios in Canada's wilds. To increase the chances of success when hunting baboons and baboons, utilizing support tools such as binoculars and rangefinders is essential. Binoculars help survey expansive areas from a safe distance, allowing hunters to observe their surroundings and detect signs of baboons. Engaging in physical training prior to hunting equips hunters to face the challenges and harsh conditions they may encounter. Securing a hunting license requires hunters to be in good health, capable of enduring fatigue, traversing difficult terrain, and dealing with adverse weather when pursuing baboons. Because of these primates' agility and the demanding environments they inhabit, the health standards for hunting them are even more stringent. Hunters rely on rifles to deal with baboons because their weight, ranging from 22 to 55 pounds, renders traps ineffective. Hunting licenses also dictate that hunters in Canada may take a maximum of 3 to 5 baboons per day. This regulation helps the government better manage baboon populations in the wild. During hunts in Canada, sportsmen frequently confront formidable obstacles posed by the thick, densely forested terrain. Baboons, which naturally dwell in treetops, create an additional challenge for hunters. They must meticulously calculate their distance, the angle of each shot, and anticipate the baboon's sudden movements. From a hunter's perspective, bringing down a baboon is far from easy and can often take 2 to 3 hours. To lure a group of baboons, hunters must develop a carefully planned strategy. Rather than confronting them from above, they use bait, often fruit, to coax the baboons down to ground level. This method creates a chance for a closer, more precise shot. To avoid injuries during the hunt, hunters rely on blinds and hiding spots, allowing them to track baboons without placing themselves in immediate danger. First, hunters venture into the forest, look for areas with signs of baboons living in groups, and set up a blind. This blind is camouflaged to blend seamlessly with the surrounding foliage, ensuring the most effective concealment. The blind is suitable for overnight camping in the forest, and its setup is relatively simple, following the instructions provided upon purchase. Canadian hunters concentrate on aiming for the head of baboons, supported by careful preparation and precise shooting skills. Utilizing rifles from these vantage points does not inflict long-lasting harm on baboons. According to estimates from the Canadian Wildlife and Hunting Conservation Association, C2SC. Their numbers in British Columbia have declined from about 1,000 in the 1980s to roughly 200 to 300 by 2020. During wide-ranging wilderness hunts, experts note that team-based hunting is significantly more effective than going solo. They stand by one another in all situations, from handling wildlife incursions to thorough preparation and rescue operations. This spirit of collaboration provides safety, enjoyment, and significant satisfaction in every hunting trip throughout Canada. Currently, the hunting season in Canada is facing very serious issues due to invasive species. The invasive monkey population has now surpassed 300,000, which is nearly twice the estimated 15,000 baboons. Local authorities have instituted a new trap-based policy to manage these invasive monkeys. Although they are smaller and pose less of a physical threat than baboons, these primates continue to wreak significant havoc on residential neighborhoods. One notable trait of these monkeys is their strong liking for bananas, prompting hunters to fill traps with generous amounts of fruit. Using banana bait has been shown to triple trap efficiency compared to unbaited setups. There are multiple trap types on the market for capturing wildlife, including net traps, wire cage traps, and wooden traps. In Canada, wire cage traps remain the top choice, thanks to their excellent reusability and resilience against severe weather. Usually weighing around 10 pounds, these traps need about 3 to 4 people for setup. Their average cost for capturing invasive monkeys in Canada spans from $66 to $250. Making them the favorite option for many seeking both effective and weatherproof wildlife control solutions overall. Wire cage traps are a highly effective measure for capturing monkeys near residential areas. Their practical design enables hunters to trap between 50 and 70 monkeys at once. To ensure both safety and humane treatment, hunters must regularly check these traps, releasing any non-target animals that may have been caught, thereby preserving the overall effectiveness of efforts to prevent monkey-related damage. Moving forward, the government should actively address the issue following large-scale trapping operations, ensuring that any ongoing or subsequent measures remain both efficient and humane. Timely removal of monkey groups from residential areas is crucial. If these primates remain in traps for too long, it can lead to environmental contamination from their waste. Furthermore, the noise generated by them can seriously interfere with residents' daily activities, impacting the overall tranquility and safety of the entire community. Hence, effectively overseeing and handling monkeys after trapping is vital to preserve equilibrium between ecological stewardship and public welfare. In certain Canadian communities, there is staunch resistance to the hunting and capturing of both monkeys and wild baboons. Critics contend these practices can unsettle the broader ecosystem and yield detrimental consequences for the environment. Monkeys and baboons are essential to seed dispersal and insect control, and their decline can trigger ecological consequences affecting other wildlife. Many Canadians place high value on wildlife and believe these creatures deserve both protection and respect. This viewpoint highlights a dedication to conservation and preserving ecological harmony in the natural world. Additionally, certain communities condemn hunters for disregarding licensing policies. There have been instances where some irresponsible hunters, after capturing invasive monkeys, have consumed their meat, which can expose them to dangerous infectious diseases. Certain monkey species harbor pathogens that can be passed to humans, leading to severe illnesses such as Ebola and HIV. Because of inadequate regulations and oversight, certain communities have vehemently criticized these ongoing actions. In handling baboons and invasive monkeys, hunters must stay vigilant by donning protective gloves, significantly reducing potential skin injuries during capture and processing. Such measures help hunters manage these animals more effectively, ensuring much safer handling overall. If you support Canada's strategies for addressing baboons and related monkeys, please comment 1 below the video. Thank you for tuning in. Remember to hit subscribe and share this video with your family so everyone stays informed. For ongoing updates, stay tuned. Under a Pennsylvania sky, hungry wolves descended upon sheep farms. The flock lay silent, showing no signs of life. Research indicates that the average loss inflicted by wolves is around $150 per sheep, with total damages soaring up to $24 million across 160,000 affected sheep nationwide in the United States. The incident rattled the entire country, triggering massive demonstrations, with around 50,000 protesters flooding the streets, urging the government to adopt urgent steps to safeguard their homes and lives from these hostile wolves. Livestock losses were escalating severely, prompting the U.S. government and local communities to swiftly deploy hunting dogs to protect farms, herds, and livelihoods from increasingly destructive wolf attacks. These dogs undergo specialized training to locate and drive wolves away from farmland and adjoining pastures. Leveraging these canines helps deter future attacks and efficiently regulate the regional wolf population, thereby securing farmers valuable investments. In this video, you'll witness formidable hunting dogs outfitted with GPS collars, an indispensable tool that enables hunters to track them during perilous encounters, particularly when confronting fortified wolves. These dogs undergo advanced scent training and display extraordinary teamwork capabilities while adhering to human directives.
Kill him!
Statistics reveal that in 2022, wolf attacks on livestock in northern Pennsylvania dropped from 200 cases per year to 100, largely due to the presence of hunting dogs. Within just 3 months, the combined use of hunting dogs and rifles led to the elimination of over 4,500 wolves in Pennsylvania. This region is regarded as having the highest wolf density in the United States. To secure a license for handling hunting dogs in Pennsylvania, owners must prove they can effectively care for and shield their dogs during hunts. Each year, Pennsylvania issues about 170,000 hunting licenses, yet only 2% to 4% of recipients are authorized to use hunting dogs. Furthermore, firearm licenses compel hunters to uphold stringent safety and technical protocols when operating firearms. Hunters are required to duly finish a certified firearm safety class and successfully complete a shooting proficiency exam prior to receiving a license. This measure protects hunting dogs and minimizes mishaps resulting from off-target shots. The wolf hunting season in Pennsylvania generally kicks off in November and extends through February, enforced by strict regulations governing the number of wolves called each season. These measures help preserve a delicate balance between controlling wolf populations, safeguarding precious biodiversity, and protecting the economic interests of local farmers.
Yes, sir. Good boy. Good boy. I wasn't really too sure what he was going to be. But come on, Curly. Come on.
During winter months, deep snow makes it particularly difficult for hunters to navigate. To address this challenge, they commonly rely on snowmobiles, which are equipped with ample storage compartments for transporting wolves. Wolves, renowned for their sharp intelligence and agility, can sprint at speeds reaching up to 37 miles per hour. They are adept at sensing and hiding from hunters, which not only reduces the odds of capturing wolves but also alerts them to human presence, making them increasingly cautious and more difficult to approach in subsequent hunts. Furthermore, many communities across the United States oppose wolf hunting on humanitarian grounds, asserting that it inflicts unnecessary harm on the animals. After harvesting, wolves are not consumed as food but are valued solely for their fur, which is crafted into high-demand products for human use. This has contributed to the stabilization of income for livestock farms across the U.S. However, the government must prioritize developing more sustainable and proactive preventive measures moving forward.
I'm not on the third one. Woo!
The current measures have shown some effectiveness in controlling invasive animal populations, but do you think there might be better solutions? If you have ideas, we'd love to hear them in the comments below this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support our future content. Lastly, share this video with your friends so they can join the conversation and enjoy it too.